Welcome to the first ever installment of You Chose This Video, so if it's crap, it's your fault. Obviously we're not going to call it that because it'd be too easy to remember. It's going to be called Toe to Toe. So this is our first ever comparison video as chosen by you guys. So if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, on the Ping Blueprint Iron review, which we did recently, I asked you guys to comment in the comment section as to what you would like to see as a comparison against the Blueprint. So here we are. This is the first ever, and it's going to be the Mizuno JPX919 Tour. Before we get cracking, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. We have lots of fun on this channel, and it would be fantastic if you could join us as part of Team Al. Hit that bell thingy as well, because apparently you get a free holiday to the Dominican Republic. Apparently. So here we go, the first ever toe to toe. The gloves are officially off. In one corner, we've got Ping's first ever attempt at a traditional blade, the Ping Blueprint. Fantastic first attempt, great iron. However, in the other corner, we've got the Mizuno JPX919 Tour, an amazing iron in its own right. This is going to be serious heavyweight contest. Two, though, completely different feeling, looking and sounding irons, which I'm hoping to capture in this video. First up, let's quickly dive into the tech similarities and differences between these two irons. JPX919 Tour, forged with a 1025E carbon steel when compared to the Ping Blueprint, which is 8620 carbon steel. Reason why these two feel completely different and sound completely different. The 919 Tour has a steel frame for added stability, whilst the Ping Blueprint features a tungsten toe weight, which improves launch and overall performance of the iron. Then we move to lofts. So both of these are 7 irons, both of them are 34 degrees. Raise your glass to traditional lofts. Cheers. Oh, I don't know if you can feel it in here, but the tension you could cut with the JPX919 Tour. Just saying, it's getting spicy. So, toe to toe, we're going to judge different categories on these, and you're also involved in this. So, first one is looks, sound, feel, and performance. So let's have a look at side to side with the looks. This is going to be a difficult one. Address and shelf appeal both are fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised if either of those appeared in the next issue of Vogue. They are both that knife. Get it? Knife. So looks is just going to be shelf appeal, but let's talk also about the address position. The address position for me, two completely different looking irons. We've got a longer blade length than the 919 Tour, slightly bigger head profile, and there's a bit more offset, which for me is not what I'm after in terms of personal preference. That doesn't suit my eye as much as the Blueprint, which is a lot cleaner. Comment below what you prefer the look of. But obviously it's based on shelf appeal. This is like trying to choose your favourite child. It's very difficult. The only thing that lets the Blueprint down for me is the visible tungsten screw. I know people are going to like that, but I'm thinking that if it's not adjustable, we don't really need to see it in a traditional blade. I think keep it clean, get rid of that. So for that reason, it's going to have to be the Tour. It is an outstandingly beautiful iron. It really is. So Tour takes the looks for me. Now we move to the aspect that is very underrated when choosing an iron, and that's the acoustics and sounds. So this does basically play a bigger part than what you may actually think it does. These two irons are on completely opposite ends of the scale. This scale is all fantastic. However, one's here and one's here. Sound completely different. So we've got two audio tracks. I'm not going to tell you which one's which, and you're going to comment. You can't cheat. You've got to put down either one or two before we tell you which ones were which. So, shot number 1. Shot number 2. Shot number 1. Shot number 2. Okay, so 2 different sounds. For me, so number 1 was a Blueprint, by the way. The second is a JPX919 Tour. So I'm not going to vote on this because this is again very much like the looks. It is preference. So for me the Blueprint is definitely a firmer, deeper sounding iron, where the JPX919 is much softer and crisper. That's really how it is. There isn't a bad one here, just two very, very different sounding irons. Now we move to feel. Obviously you can't feel this, but yeah, that feels lovely. Oh, feel, as in shot feel, get you. Again, preference plays a huge part in this. Do you prefer a firmer feeling iron or do you prefer a softer feeling iron? Blueprint. So, the feel verdict. Interesting one from those few shots I've just hit. I've got the Blueprint that's feeling firmer out the centre than what the JPX919 does. That's much softer. However, miss hits, it flips. So, miss hits with the Blueprint feel like you've got more of a centred strike, where the JPX919 becomes a lot firmer toe and heel. So, based on the target market, which is a better player, they'd want the feedback. So, on that alone, JPX919 Tour wins it for me. So, the important part, performance. It's all right if it sounds good, looks good, but if it performs terribly, what's the point? So here we go. Look at that, lights on, just like the Undertaker. Right, 7 iron. JPX919 first, 5 shots. These two irons are built with completely different Lego bricks, but how are they going to perform head to head in here? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? That felt great, and that's in the hole. Ooh. 7,000 on the backspin, good start. Saying that my swing feels like, well, I should be sponsored by Dolmio. When are your Dolmio days? Because it is literally spaghetti. Anything can happen. Oh, behave. I'm going for the call, get in the hole. Oh, short. 7-2 on the backspin. Beautiful. Where is that going? Draw, baby. RPMage. 7-2, it's lovely and consistent with the backspin. We interrupt this broadcast with an important message. Get custom fitted. That was uncalled for. Nice, Obi-Wan. That was a terrible swing. The knife gets there. 6-4 on the backspin. You're telling me you don't get spin here? A load of rubbish. That was different. Coming in at it with all shapes and sizes. Did I do it any justice? Absolutely not. But it's time now for the Blueprint, and then we'll compare the numbers. What's going to happen? Nobody knows. Okay, that felt really good. This is going to be a tough one. So the option is I can just run off and cry and not decide. That would be a great ending to the video. So, okay. This is very, very weird. This, as I said earlier, is telling me that I've just hit those two really, really well, when in actual fact, I haven't. It's quite rewarding, actually, when you're swinging it like Qui-Gon Jinn. But every single one feels just about the same. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. That was the last one. Similar kind of feeling, a bit more bottomy. Yeah. So, not the best striking for either iron, but that probably evens up the averages. Let's take a look. If I was Ping, I'd be very impressed with those numbers. We've basically given Blueprint its own area to get used to everything, its own review, and now I've exposed it to the whole playground, and it's had to stick up for itself. And it's been up against probably the big dog in the playground, the JPX919 Tour, and it's stood toe to toe. It's done a fantastic job because clubhead speed was 99 with the Blueprint, 100 with the 919 Tour, ball speed 132 Blueprint, a little bit more 134 with the Tour, total distance 180 metres for both. 180 metres carry, both, 180 metres total distance, so the spin's bringing us back to the carry position, thanks to the 7,000 RPM on basically both of them. It is literally the same iron. How am I meant to decide on performance? Spin, the same. Side spin, very much the same. Vertical angle, the same. Max height, the same. Hats off, Ping. Hats off. I did not expect this. I didn't. And after that massacre of shots, we've ended up with an average which is very much the same. Unbelievable. I could just run off and cry and we come to no verdict. Yeah. This is called toe to toe, not Al sit on the fence. So the decision is going to have to be the same. You can't pick a better performing iron out of those two, can you? Like I say, the only reason probably the JPX919 Tour has pipped the Blueprint in this video is because of personal preference. Feel, looks and sound. I chose the 919 Tour just over the Blueprint. Performance, diddly squat. There we have it. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this first edition of Toe to Toe. You chose this. We have other comparisons coming up against the Blueprint that you have chosen. I'm trying to get the Wilson. I don't know if it's going to happen, I'll be honest, but I'm trying my best. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you enjoyed it, comment below. I would love the feedback. We can learn and get better. What would you like to see? What did you like? What didn't you like? Hit subscribe. Lots of awesome reviews coming up. Come and join Team Al. Follow me on social media. And as always, thank you for watching.